Welcome to Launchpad. This next video is Debbie and her idea for an indoor urban sports facility. If you think her idea is your favourite this week, click the button to vote.
My name's Debbie Bolter. I'm a local mum and I'd like to be given the opportunity to provide primarily the youth community in Harlow with a non-profit indoor urban sports facility. Urban sports being BMX riding, inline skating, skateboarding and scootering. That is greatly needed for the vast numbers that use the outdoor facility that we have at Harlow Town Park. Although the Harlow Town Park facility is extremely popular and it offers good facilities, it's restricted in that it has no shelter, no supervision, and there's no guidance there. So on days like long winter months, wet days and things, there's just nowhere for these young people to go. And they result in using indoor car parks, for temporary skate parks basically, roaming the streets looking for shelter, putting themselves at risk of getting involved in things that, unruly things that they probably wouldn't have done had they had a facility that's available. It's vast. It goes from 8 years below all the way up to 40 years plus. It's a huge age range. But the focus being on the youth community because they're the most vulnerable, they're the most impressionable, and they're the ones that need the input to stop them, getting themselves being on the streets. They need to be focused on something. I've spent the last 2 years visiting numerous skate parks with my 13-year-old son, and it was on one of these visits to a really well-managed, organised facility in Corby, Northamptonshire, when sitting in the car park for 9 hours, that I just thought to myself, why have we not got anything like this in Harlow? I proposed to do this by, first of all, having a charitable, opening up like a charitable organisation, which would allow us to apply for funding, start fundraising, but involving the young people in the fundraising, showing them how a project can come to life, and basically giving them the opportunity to be involved in the whole process.
Any idea how much money you have to raise to get something like this off the ground, even to start the process?
I know that with Corby's, what happened was once they were fortunate enough to get donated their premises, it took $125,000 to get it open, to be able to open its doors.
Right. And what does it cost to use it?
It costs £10. I think it's recently actually been raised to £12 last half term. We went there for the whole day. It opens at 12 and it shuts at 9 at night. Or you can have a smaller session for say £5 or £6.
Sort of the extreme sports thing has got quite a big following now.
It's huge.
We've got the Channel and Sky and all the rest of the sports channels.
That's right.
Is that something that could be held at a Harlow centre, or does it get held at Corby? Do you get the big names there that come in on the BMXs?
Corby's fortunate enough to be able to have different events, because it's now the biggest indoor facility in Europe. So they do hold events. Halloween's coming up. They're doing it's called an all-night skate jam. They get sold out.
It's a great idea. It's obviously much needed, but it all comes down to getting hold of that initial money, doesn't it?
It does.
That's the key.
Yeah, but you also look at the catchment area. If there's nothing in London,
Yeah, we're only
20 minutes away from London.
Exactly, we're really accessible, and we already get visited by a lot of people from outside of Harlow.